kind of jacked up.
No, you're fine. You just
All right.
actually, there you go. You're back on.
All right, cool.
All right. So the last time I spoke with Frankie, because you were away, we were talking about actually horror stories, and he was mentioning the Ouija board, but he didn't remember if you were there or not.
Oh man, I was
Yeah.
the reason why it didn't work
So
in
tell
the
us what happened.
beginning. So what happened is that we were at that time it was Frankie's dad's. He had a little apartment for that time in Southgate. So we hung out, we were partying, and then uh he decided to bring out the Ouija board. So I've never in my life played that. I never messed with that stuff.
Do you believe in it?
Uh not I didn't I was kind of skeptical, you know, but when they started playing, it was it was Frankie, this other this other it was somebody else's friend that was there. I want to say I forgot who that other person was that was there.
Was
Um,
it a Nico? Did he say that same name? Ring a bell?
Nick, maybe Nick,
Nick. Okay.
maybe Nick. It was maybe Nick, and so his friend was the one that was trying to contact his brother. Um, it didn't work, and I was sitting on the sofa. I wasn't on the ground playing that. I was
You
like,
were
nah, I don't
watching.
want. I'm cool. I'm just watching. So it didn't work. It wouldn't work, and then they finally asked Frankie is the one. Why don't you work? Why don't you work? So everybody got on the like the little triangle, and it pointed to me, and it was crazy because everybody at the same time turned around and looked at me, and I was like, it's because of me. It's because of me. It won't work. So I said like an idiot. I said I allow you to work. Like
Hmm.
go ahead. I'm giving you
Yeah.
permission. So the reason why it didn't work was because of my parents' prayer.
They knew. They knew your
No,
parents
no,
knew you guys were doing that.
I was like protected. I was protected that that wouldn't manifest when I was there. So when I allowed that, I opened up a door to other stuff, like a whole realm of,
That night or in
yeah,
general? Okay.
throughout further months, where it's like it got bad with stuff happening in
What do you mean?
okay, well, when that happened, let me tell you, let me finish that night. When I allowed it, it started working, and they started communicating back and forth. So that
With
that
the brother?
yeah, with that
Okay.
that Nichols, which is Nick's friend, he contacted his brother that had been shot by the police or something like that years ago, and they were communicating. And you know what? That's what they say, that it's their actual spirit. I was taught that they're actually demons posing as that, as a spirit of somebody that passed away. I don't know. Like I said, the Bible teaches you one thing. Um, Other people with different experiences swear that theirs is real. Their version. I know you had one from Rory. You know, but anyway, so they were able to communicate that night, and we left. After hours, probably like 5, 6 in the morning already. The sun's coming up, and days later, and sometime later, things started happening. One of them was I was asleep in my bed, and I started hearing stuff under the bed. You know, and I was like, well, what the hell could it be? I don't have rats. I don't. And then I start getting hit from the bottom of the bed, from the
Like pretty
mattress.
hard or enough to feel it?
Like if there's somebody down there pushing me up,
Uh-huh.
like with their like weight, like bench pressing,
Yeah,
like on
that
purpose
much.
to
Uh-huh.
like mess with me.
Yeah.
I not one time did I ever look under. I was pretty scared. Yeah, that was one time. Another time, what happened was, I don't know if you remember that my parents had that they had the house in the front and then the a duplex in the back. Well, I used to rent out one of the duplex in the back as a little bachelor pad. And I'm not sure if you met my friend Tony. He
I
lived
don't
in
know.
East LA on Third
Probably.
Street. Yeah, I met him through Frankie as well.
Okay.
So we hung around a lot. We did, we partied. And one time at that apartment, uh, we're we're chilling, and the cabin, because it was a studio, but it actually had an apartment. It had a little bedroom, but the kitchen, the little living room, that was together. So one cabinet from the kitchen gets like violently kicked open.
As you're watching
Well,
it, as you're looking, oh, you
yeah, well,
heard it. Uh-huh.
we're watching TV.
Oh, both of you.
It,
Okay.
yeah, well, we're doing stuff. It gets kicked open, and we both turn around and we're like, that was weird. Okay, that was one, and then like three at the same time, out like seconds later as we're watching get kicked open, like that hard, and yeah, so we were tripping out, but before that, oh, I'm sorry, no, but there were the old school. They were like that building was made like in the I think the 30s. Maywood, all the wood was redwood, so you didn't have termites, but the sink that was metal, like the actual cabinets.
Yeah.
So I was thinking they were like bent and you know, um, I just didn't want to think that that's what it was. And then
You were
this,
making excuses for it
yeah,
yourself. All
and
right.
then there's this thing under. I had a little futon. That's what we're sitting on, and I had this. I've always had it to up to this day. I have like my upper shoulder area, back of the neck. I've always had issues, so I always have those massagers. So the thing turns on.
The
The
massager.
massager, it just turns on because I had it under the futon. It turned on, and I was like, well, that's weird. It just turned on, and but we're trying to figure out what it was. So he starts getting it because, oh, it's your massager, and he keeps pulling the cable, and he brings out the plug. It's not connected. So so we ran out, dude. We ran out. We
That's
ran out,
crazy.
and we were outside of the apartment just looking in. Like, did we really just experience that? And we're over there hanging out. We didn't want to go in. We started smoking cigarettes back to back. And then so yeah, that was something very weird. And it was ongoing. Later I experienced just crazy dreams. It was out their dreams, and my parents at that time, they prayed for me.
They
That's
knew.
what
You told
happened.
them.
Yeah, it got that where my dreams were like haunted.
Yeah.
So I was the I think the worst one was I was already driving. I was in Columbus, Ohio, and I was in the truck. I was still sleeping, but I had this dream that somebody knocked on the truck, and I came out, and it was this old Asian man, and there was never any communication. It was more like I just
Yeah.
thought, like I knew what he was saying.
Oh,
He
okay.
asked me,
Hmm.
do you know why I'm here? But I understood that he was the devil, and he was there for my soul. And I understood, and I shook my head, yeah. And at that time, there was like a beam, like this was in my dream. It was like a flash, like a real bright light, and there was like a kind of like a battle for my soul. It was crazy,
Yeah.
and I think that was my understanding. That was God fighting for my soul. But yeah, that was it. I never forget that. I never forget that.
Did you ever play the Ouija board again after that first time?
No,
It was a
never.
one and done.
That I didn't play it. I was
Oh,
just there, and I
I
allowed it
see.
to work in my
Uh-huh.
presence because it wouldn't work
Hmm.
with me there. So once I verbally said, "Hey, go ahead and work," that's when it all happened. Yeah, but crazy times when kids do things that they don't even understand
Yeah. No,
what they're
that's true.
doing or what they're opening the doors. It's not something that it's a realm we can't see, you know.
Yeah. And
You're either taught or you go through it and or not, you know.
I remember a story when I was in going to Nimitz, the junior high
Yeah,
school
okay.
there
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
I think that's considered Huntington Park, right? Is it Huntington Park or Maywood?
It might be Huntington Park. Cause what street was it on?
Is it Carmelita? I'm trying to remember. Orchard?
No, not Orchard. Yeah, cause I know a street, one of those streets in on
Be in between Gage, I mean Randolph and Slauson,
Slauson.
right?
Yeah, in between Slauson and Randolph. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is Carmenita. That might be. Yeah, but oh, go ahead.
Oh, so I was walking to school. I don't know where I was living at the time. It could have been in Bell. But I went to Nimitz. I was walking over there. And I used to take the Randolph Railroad tracks
Uh-huh.
before they had a fence or a gate that they added to it. But back then it was just, you could just walk through. And I was walking and I like walking it. And I would get on the tracks itself and just take every step, every track, step over it. Then I saw like a hefty bag. And I was like, what is that? So curiosity, I walked up to it and I was looking for like a stick or something. And I don't know if I found it, but I remember opening the bag and there was a full hefty bag full of chickens with the heads cut off
Wow.
and all these flies and possibly maggots. I don't remember.
Mm.
But I remember seeing that. It freaking scared me that I took off running to school. And I was like, what the hell was that? And all I could think of was brujeria, witchcraft. Like they must have done some witchcraft with that because why are they headless chickens?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go through the tracks for at least a good week or so. I'd go around, like, just take on the sidewalk or something and then
Mm.
turn. So I got brave again. I'm walking down, the Randolph Railroad tracks. And then I'm still thinking about those chickens, because I haven't been on those tracks since. I hear, man, I freaking started running. I'm picturing a headless freaking lamb or something, goat, sheep.
Yeah.
And even though I wouldn't be doing that if it was headless, but in my brain, you're a little kid. I just freaking ran, dude. I was like, I don't want to see anything headless. And that's it, just kind of stayed away for a while for the time being until it just went away.
Yeah.
But it took my curiosity away. If I ever saw a bang, I just keep going, man. I won't freaking
Yeah.
check what's inside. I remember also before that in the 80s when my parents were still together, we were passing through Randolph and the police were out there and it was nighttime. And I remember looking because you see the red and blue lights, and I'm looking over, and I'm counting bags on the ground, not really knowing what it is. Figured it out eventually, but when you're a kid, you never see nothing like that. It's news to you.
What kind of bags
Body
inside?
bags.
Body
Those body
bags.
bags,
Wow.
anywhere from 4 to 6, lined up on the ground. I never, this is before the internet. This was back in the 80s because my parents were still together. But I remember my mom saying, "Hey, close your eyes, close your eyes." She wanted me to see, but it was just body bags, but there was bodies in them. And so I was thinking, I wonder if that's related to witchcraft or what, because there was a lot of it over there in Maywood and those areas. I remember seeing all these places like curanderas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
all over back then. I don't know about now, but back then I remember. So I
There
remember,
still is one.
is there?
There's they call it a botanica, which is like a pharmacy,
Okay.
but they sell the candles. I mean, I walked in there actually. I walked in there. It was a horrible
Experience.
vibe, energy that I got from them. They were like
You just went to go check it out?
no, what it was is that my mom went to look for some kind of herb. I don't know if it was, I forgot what she was looking for, but they didn't carry that. It was a straight that kind of botanica, like where other kinds of for witchcraft you can buy products and candles and statues or saints or
Yeah.
whatever.
I remember
Yeah.
going to, oh, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, that's all good.
I went to my mom's house in Cudahy, or the apartment. This is when I was living there. I was visiting, and she had I don't know, it was one of those big old bottles where you put the iced tea in, the mixers, whatever you call them. And I grabbed it, poured it in a cup. I started drinking, and I spit that out. My mom was like, "Don't drink. You're not supposed to drink that." Like, what is it? I forgot what she said it was, but it was something from one of those shops.
Oh
Like,
man.
I don't know if for like evil spirits to kick them out or something like
Yeah.
that, you know? And I was pissed off because I had taken a big ass gulp of it. And I spit it out, but there was still some that I drank. I said, "Why do you have that crap in the house?" She's always, kind of cleans the house. She even had like holy water that she kept in a bottle and she'd spray it around. And she would spray it at me. That's, she'd tell me.
Yeah.
And she'd spray on me. And I hated that stuff because I would tell her, "Hey, you're not supposed to." She goes, "It's not black magic, it's white magic." I told
Yeah.
her, "There's no difference." I said, "Magic is magic." I said, "You're not supposed
Yeah.
to do that."
Exactly.
And I told her, "You should
Yeah.
know better than that." But yeah, whenever I saw anything like that, I freaking throw that shit out. She'd be pissed off, but that's what I always did.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah, it's definitely something that I'm not. I learned my lesson, and I'll never mess around with again. It's just not. I don't want to know.
yeah.
Most of it was because I wanted to know things, and we just left it at that. Like, all right, it ain't for me.
Were you there? Was it the same time that Frankie was calling his grandfather? Was that the same night?
I don't. I don't remember that part, to be honest with you. That was. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
you
don't
remember
remember,
that?
to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, but how about them Dodgers, huh?
Was it 5-1?
It was 5-1. Yeah, this is actually the 2024. Oh, you got you all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
24 World Series
Okay.
from the yeah
They don't
24.
really change much, right? The blue ones.
No,
It's
no.
just
The
blue.
the the hat it's the same hat
Yeah.
since forever. The
Yeah.
only thing that changes is the patch right here.
Oh, on the
Or is it
sides,
on the right side? Yeah, it's the you have
commemorative.
your postseason, and then once they enter the World Series, it's the World Series hat. So I've got them all so far.
Yeah.
From all the years that they've. Yeah, I even got the one, 2017. They didn't win, but I still have that one. They
Okay.
didn't lose because they they stripped the Astros from that title
Did they do that?
officially.
I didn't know they did that.
Officially, yeah,
Is that the
they
one with the
stripped them.
trash can?
Yeah, if you look at it, it's
Huh.
an asterisk now. It doesn't give
Did
them a
not know
victory.
that.
Yeah, it's an
All right.
asterisk. So,
That's something to
so
bring up to my coworkers.
yeah, they didn't win.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, they
That was
yeah they
2017.
yeah just like huh yeah 2017.
2017.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went
Cause
to game one.
oh, did you? That's
I
cool.
was at that game one. Yeah, that was pretty. It was a really cool feeling.
So then nobody gets the title if he has an asterisk.
No, it's just empty. It's vacant. Yeah, an asterisk was kind of like, do you want to know? Like kind of, they were cheated. They cheated.
I
Kind of
see.
like a season for a player. Oh, he was doing steroids, so he was uh he was off for that year or
Yeah.
whatever, suspended. Yeah, but
Did not know that.
I'm telling you, this dude, man, Yamamoto Yoshinobu.
Is that? Oh wait.
He
Okay. That's the one that was playing today, right? The closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Relief
He's a starter,
starter, right?
and he got a complete game, which is you don't see that very often nowadays. And then he got a complete last series. So like they were saying, the last pitcher who would do that in the postseason was Oro Hershiser, and that was in '88.
Yeah. That's when I was watching during those times. I remember
Yeah.
Chan
So
Ho Park was the last picture I ever saw.
Chan Ho Park.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
last picture I saw as a Dodger
Wow.
fan. And I
Yeah.
haven't watched really baseball since.
Yeah. He was good. He was good.
Um, this guy that they have now that could hit also that the Angels had him.
Yeah. You're talking about Otani, the
Yes,
best
I
the
never know how
best
to say his
player.
name. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Shohei.
why
Shohei
didn't the
Otani.
Angels keep him? Is it the money thing?
It was a money thing. They didn't want to pay. The Blue Jays, which is the other team that the Dodgers are playing right now in the World Series, it was pretty much between them and the Dodgers.
What
So
about the Yankees? Are they still a big money team out there?
Yeah, they're
The
still
Red
big money.
Sox
The Blue Jays are actually also right under the Dodgers, like as far as
spending,
their payroll. Yeah.
and there's no salary cap in baseball.
There's no salary cap, no.
Shoot,
They
so
might bring
Peyton
one in.
Rich's team
Yeah,
gets it.
that's all it is. Yeah,
Wow.
are they willing to spend it or not? And there's
Yeah.
teams that have it.
Uh-huh.
They just don't want to do it. The Dodgers did it, and they got very creative the way they
Yeah.
did it with Shohei. Which was I think they call it deferred, so that
Okay.
it doesn't actually take up all their money.
Yeah. It
They were
spaces
able
it
to get
out.
yeah, they were yeah for the I don't know how many years. And then Sasaki, which was the youngest I think he's I don't know, maybe 23 now, 24. But because of his age, they can't go above a certain amount. It has
Okay.
to stay under.
So he's capped
But
at a certain amount.
yeah, he is. But he decided the Dodgers because they have Otani, they have Yamamoto. So he's like he wants to be with in the winners in a winners team. So he's actually playing off he's in the bullpen right now as a reliever, and he's doing a good job. Because one thing that's hurting the Dodgers right now, or not hurting them, but it's not as strong as they've been strong in the past, is their bullpen. Their bullpen they've been known for having the strongest bullpen, which is not the case this year.
So it's
You
weak
know,
this year.
Yeah, it's not as strong. Yeah, for sure, it's not as strong. And then you have Alex Vesia that has been doing a real good job, but for the World Series roster, he's on leave. He had a
Oh
family
yeah, something.
emergency.
Yeah, I saw a
He has
headline
yeah,
about that. So he's
yeah.
out for the whole series.
He's out with his family, yeah. So it's it's what's more important than the World Series, your family.
Yeah.
So I still don't know the details and all that, or of what's actually going on, but yeah, the Dodgers they should be able to pull through anyway.
Yeah, I thought they were going to win the first game. I guess I
Yeah.
just assumed it, but
Oh, they
I, I
got yeah, it
I
was
don't know how good the
they
Blue Jays are either, though.
that dude Kirk. Oh, I'm sorry, I think I lost you here. All right. Kirk, that little short guy, little short pudgy guy, the catcher.
Is that the guy
Did
that
you
was
see him?
batting last?
Little short guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's
Mexican
very
actually.
short.
Yeah, he's very short. Yeah,
Okay,
he looks kind of funny, kind of like Altuve,
all right.
but he looks funnier because he's pudgy.
But the one I saw looked white.
Alejandro Kirk.
Okay,
Yeah,
and he's
he's
Mexican with that last name, Kirk.
Kirk. Yeah, he's
It's probably
Mexican. He's
mixed.
from he's from Tijuana actually.
Wow. All right.
I think Tijuana. Yeah, but yeah, they got a good team. I actually thought the Mariners were gonna beat them. I thought we were gonna be facing the Mariners, but everybody's got to root for their own team. But it seems that it's either the Dodgers or everybody hated on the Dodgers is just gonna go root for another team,
Yeah, I
especially
work
with the
out.
Padre fans.
I just call them America's team at work because that's the only team
Yeah.
representing America. So
Well,
by
right now
default,
it's us against Canada right now. So,
so they're
but
like
yeah, usually
America's team. I was like, well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
either that
Padre
or Toronto.
fans. Padre. Oh, she's a Toronto fan. She's going for the Blue Jays.
No, no, I'm saying the people at work
Oh, okay.
because they're all Astro fans here in Texas.
Yeah.
So I tell them, hey, well, we got to root on America's team. They're all looking at me like, man, shut up. They're like, get out of here. Every time
Yeah,
they mention the
you got a
Dodgers,
good
they all
point.
look at me.
You
I'm
got a
like,
good point
what?
though. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start calling them liberals. Yeah, the Padre fans are the ones that are probably the worst, man. I,
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I gotta. There's a couple on there. I don't know how they come out on my page. I think I
I
probably.
see.
Yeah, but they're. I
Friends of
think there's a
yours.
couple from work,
Uh-huh.
but they're like from San Diego, and
But they're
that's
pretty
it.
devoted to their team. Because
Well, yeah, but
I met
they put
people from San Diego
they put a lot more um against the Dodgers than
for
pro
the part.
Padres,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
like, wow, man.
that's like the typical Laker fan. They're always putting down the Clippers instead of promoting their
Yeah.
Lakers more. Like
You
with
know
the
what?
Kawhi thing, the
About who?
Kawhi and Shea going, getting traded to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I hear a lot. I'm always hearing the Laker hate on the ESPN boards and stuff like that. You know, sports stuff.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I haven't been on anything really like sports. The Dodgers, that's about it. I'll check the scores, but with my work, it's kind of hard. Like I watched these two games. For the next three games, I'm gonna be actually having to try to get some sleep during the start of the game. They start at 5 our time, so I usually go right now. I'm going to bed about 3:30
PM.
p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to knock myself out and try to get as much sleep as I can.
And
Try
your
to get
partner's
4.
driving during that time.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So
you already have a set schedule with who sleeps when and all that.
well, we trade off. So um, I'm a truck driver, just to I'm over the road. So right now, what I do is I drive out. We switch off every few months.
And he drives in. Is that what you
No,
call it?
actually, I still drive. It ended up be
So you
it's
do
just the way
everything.
it's just the way that this
Uh,
schedule is.
all right.
It's just the way. It doesn't mean like with him, it doesn't matter. Like if I gotta drive more, I'll drive more. Just because we've both been on that. With him, it don't matter. There's some guys that you go with. Oh, we have to drive 50-50 exactly. You know what? It doesn't always work out that way. As long as you got my back, I got yours. I'm not gonna try to cheat you. It's just the way it
Yeah.
works out.
Yeah.
So the way it works out is I get there, uh, I drive out. I get there about 4. We leave about 5:30. I drive out 10 hours and we switch. And just the way it ends up, he ends up driving in to our destination, which is Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, for about 5 hours. So he gets a little nice short shift at the end. But he waits. So sometimes that's even more tiring, just waiting and waiting and waiting.
So he's sitting shotgun, just talking to you or
No, I'm
whatever.
sleeping. I'm knocked out. I'm
Okay.
knocked out. Yeah, I got to get my 10 hours.
So he's waiting for that time till he kicks
Yeah,
take off or something. All
on his
right.
phone or
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
He
If you
can't
want to
just
take a
sleep.
nap, yeah, you can. You
Okay.
can. But it's kind of hard. But yeah, if you're tired, you could knock out. Um, and then if it's my 10 by the time that we're ready, and we hook up our trailers, I'll drive out. Um, and then so I end up driving in and out. So it's just the way it works out. But it's tiring. It's tiring. One week is a short week, which is I only go to Columbus, Ohio. On the long week, I go to Shamrock, Texas, and back, and then Columbus, Ohio. So it's from Sunday morning to Friday morning. I'm sorry, Sunday morning to Friday night, and that's on the long week. On the short week, it's Monday morning to Thursday night. So I every other week I have that one day during the week that I can get something done, like doctor or whatever you have to
Yeah.
do during the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's tiring, man. I think I'm done. I'm done because you're not with your family, with your kids. It's been getting the last few years, especially after 2018, the industry we had a lot of new drivers come in with Biden's open borders and all that. Um, so that this is something where I feel, and the reason why I feel, because I seen it with my experience, with my eyes, the way the industry just got flooded with all kinds of drivers that have no business being
On the
having a
road.
commercial driver
Hmm.
license. You had two recently Indian Punjabi drivers that made some stupid decisions that killed people. This last one being here near us in Ontario, California. Those this guy didn't even hit the brakes, and he just I want to say it was that died instantly. There's some other ones that were hospitalized. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but this dude he was under the influence on some kind of drugs. I don't know what it was, but and here illegally. So he was caught in 22 and just released back out.
The
So
crazy part is how he got a license to drive a vehicle, CDL.
yeah,
That's a crazy
yeah,
part to
and
me.
he got it in California,
Yeah,
which is making they question a lot of other California drivers.
yeah, because they're
I got
assuming
my
something
yeah,
now.
yeah. I know there was back in the day where there was people where they can buy them. They can I guess I don't know if they pay the school or they pay the DMV guy who just went ahead and passed them. But yeah, you're talking about 80,000 pounds of max of your load that you're driving a vehicle with that weight.
Yeah, that's scary too.
And
That's a weapon.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So and what I've seen the last few years, everybody's on their damn phone. These guys are watching movies with their feet up on the dashboard. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah,
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It pisses me off.
yeah. I've seen some
And
videos where they're calling that out.
yeah,
Other
and
drivers are showing them, filming them and saying, "Look what they're doing," or this and that. It's
well,
a
when
big
that
culture difference.
oh, it's huge. And they have no they come here, they have a lot of them come from Canada, but they come from India, but Canada's, if you think we're bad, I don't want I hope we don't get there.
Hmm.
And not to there's a lot of good drivers, that are Punjabi or Indian. They've been doing it for years. But my thing is, if they can't understand the sign that's coming up,
Yeah,
then how are you going to drive safe?
yeah,
Right now, where there's a lot of construction in Indiana, when you're coming back and there's signs, all of a sudden they come up, say drivers or trucks use the left lane, because you're going to have a lot of um, traffic getting in and out of the right lane. And you'll see them on the right just pass you up. And it's not just Indians, it's all kinds of drivers that are
yeah.
just, they're not paying attention.
Or experienced
They're,
enough.
yeah, they're driving. Well, all you got to do is read the signs, but when it comes to that, it's not just, you can't just put it on the Indian drivers. The reason why it looks like it's them because there's a whole bunch of them. Where at one point I think they were the majority. I would see trucks pass me up, or the other way around, and it was all them. But that's just because they're the ones that are doing a lot of the work.
Do they get on the CB radios? Is that still a
Not
thing?
not anymore. Not
No.
anymore. I have mine, and I'll turn it on whenever there's an accident, and you're lucky if you get a response. These
So you're
they
pretty much giving them a heads up with the radio. Hey,
Yeah,
letting them
nah,
know.
these guys text and you know.
Yeah, more
But yeah, it's sad that a lot of them don't get on there anymore. But once in a while you'll get on there and you'll hear like Durka Durka.
people talking.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, that's what they
Yeah,
say
I
for
know.
some reason. Like kind of like I don't know if it's breaker breaker or
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, you used to hear a lot of dumb stuff. You know, we're as a truck driver, sometimes we can be a little immature. We mess around a
No,
lot.
I don't
Yeah,
see that.
yeah. Especially when you're in a truck stop and you'll get some guy getting out. Hey, anybody got any legs? Any legs? They're looking for I don't know if it's lot lizards or which is
Hmm.
prostitutes.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't stop. I mean, I'm a team operation, so like you stop to fuel, get something to eat, you keep going. That's why I get back quicker when you get all those miles.
yeah.
You get paid more, but you just gotta have a good partner that you trust.
When I lived in Las Vegas, I worked at a office supply company, and so we had a lot of drivers coming, dropping off pallets of paper and office supply products. And I remember one older man asking me, I forgot how he said it, but pretty much a lot lizard. That's what he was looking for. And I'm looking at
Well,
him.
because it's Vegas.
Yeah, but I thought it was a joke at first. At first, I didn't get it until he dumbed it down for me, I guess, because he was talking in his code. And I'm
Hmm.
like looking at him like, what? And then when he said it, I thought he was kidding, but I looked at his face and he looked pretty serious. I'm like, I was like, I don't know, man. I just pointed to downtown. I go, you might check that way, but Not like I knew or anything, but he was like, "All right, thanks." But he was
Yeah.
on the prowl. He was looking for something,
Well,
looking for
there's
his lizard.
I've seen some reels and then stuff, either Instagram or Facebook, whatever, about the loves are truck stops,
Yeah, I've seen they have
travel
them in
centers.
Texas.
Yeah, so that's my preferred one just because that's where you rack up points, and if that's where you fuel, that's where you have showers. You have free showers, unlimited. So you get uh you get all the perks right there. All your coffees are free, your
Mhm.
refills, all that.
Yeah,
But I heard that the one in Memphis, West Memphis, which is Arkansas, right before you cross into Tennessee, that one is ghetto. And I think they call them snuggle bunnies.
Snuggle.
Yeah, that's what they
Uh-huh.
call snuggle buddies or bunnies, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah, but I've never stopped there just because I heard
so you don't want to snuggle.
no, there's people that are just trying to jack your loads, and
No
if you're
pun
not
intended,
careful,
right?
yeah. Yeah, so I've gone to the terminal in West Memphis, and it's straight there, and whenever there was ready, back out. I never had a switch there, so and because of the things that you hear, you just rather not, why put yourself in that position where something might happen. Um,
Now, now, when you say jack your lows, right? So do they break the locks and get in there and just
yeah,
steal what you
yeah,
have
they yeah
with
they'll
forklifts
no, they'll just get in there and
manually? Just unload them.
cut up. The pallets are usually wrapped,
Mm-hmm. Shrink wrap.
and they'll get in there and bring everything down. And it doesn't
Mm.
take much to open the doors.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we have because we go on the road, I like to take bolt seals, and you put them on there and secure them rather than just a little plastic seal. They could be broken too.
Just
A
makes it a
lot
little
of these
bit more
guys now
difficult.
carry cutoff tools. You know, you just so with a battery, like a drill, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a cutoff tool, and they'll carry with them and cut it off. And they
So
work fast. They work fast. They know what they're
yeah,
doing. Yeah. So yeah, but we're not in that kind of risk because we don't stop for that long. But it doesn't take long. If I'm asleep and my partner stops to take his lunch, he goes in the restroom. He stops, goes in the restroom, gets something to eat, comes back. That's 30 minutes right there. A lot can happen in those 30 minutes. I'm asleep. I don't know what's going on. And yeah, so if
you don't
everybody
hear
wants to
nothing when
stay,
you're asleep.
if I stay asleep, no, I'm
No,
knocked out.
you won't even notice it that
But
he stopped.
um, it depends where he stopped. There's some times where you stop and there's a bunch of potholes, man, or it's loud. Usually truck stops, like if you're not supposed to take your break in the fuel bay, but I I know that sometimes we do, and you can hear when you're asleep, you'll hear all the other trucks come in and psh, they pull their
Yeah.
brakes.
Uh huh.
So that's a loud noise, and then you hear them over the intercom. You know.
So
So
just out
yeah.
of respect to the other drivers, that's the reason for that.
No, what is?
Releasing the brakes there
No, no, you release the brakes because you don't want your
to
truck
take
to
up.
roll.
Okay, all right. I thought it
Yeah.
was because of the noise or the sound of it or
No,
something.
no, you pull your brakes because you're gonna stop and get off the vehicle, off the truck.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to keep rolling.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta set your brakes.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that, but
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if it was like how you gotta. I know you gotta build the air pressure for some of those. If you push it too
Well,
much, you could lose too much air.
no, that's if you're that's if you keep your foot on the brake, you'll lose your air. You can, and that's actually part of the air brake test. You have to get it certain, I think 90 or something like that, and it has to build back up within a few seconds. Like the cutoff, the governor cutoff, it's supposed to be at 125 psi. So
So now that you want to get out of it, you have ideas of what you're gonna do.
Well, yeah, but I one of the ideas is what me and me and you had talked about before, that I don't want to say it, where other people can hear,
Yeah,
because uh I wouldn't say it, what it is yet, but it I'd be home every day. I'd be home every day, but it came up again.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, we'll see if that happens. Yeah, it's just I don't really want to take a pay cut where you get a job as a local truck driver, because they don't, once you're used to the road money, that's good money, but it's at your family's expense, your health expense too,
Yeah.
because no motion, it's health risks.
Do you worry about those automated trucks? Driverless.
I don't. I honestly don't. Um, I don't think it'll go full into that anytime soon. I just don't see how it can. There's gonna be way too many accidents. But if they're saying, if they're getting all these kinds of accidents with illegal immigrants that are here on illegal drugs and on on bot licenses, you know, what can be worse? I mean, it's those
What would you rather
automated
have? Yeah.
doesn't yeah, it doesn't sound that bad. But yeah, you can say they're all bad, because there's really good drivers that they've been doing that all their life, but the thing is that, and not just those. I think there was another guy. I think he was a Russian dude, also on an illegal. So it's not just the Punjabis. It's just that they're the majority. So it makes the little percentage makes all of them look bad. Just like with us, if it's one of us and you go to a truck stop, are they looking at me like, hey, is he an illegal immigrant? I look the same, just like the other guy. You know,
Yeah.
it's when you speak and when you have, but working for a company that wouldn't hire illegals, that makes a big difference. Especially wearing rocking my LA hat right here. Yeah,
When's the
probably
third game?
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow
Also
already
tomorrow 5 p.m. our time, California time.
in LA,
I'm sorry, it's not. It's Monday. It's actually Monday.
in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because the format is 2-3-2. So two over there, three, two if it's necessary. So the Dodgers can close it out if they win all three home games over here.
You think that's
But
gonna happen?
it might, because the Dodgers, I think they kind of were off having all that time off, because they had to wait for the Mariners and the Blue Jays
Yeah.
to play off theirs. So they were the post interview, they were talking to Will Smith, and they were talking about, like, how'd you guys handle it, you know? And he was saying he thinks they did pretty good, but it still affects them. They had to get back in the rhythm, and I think today's game they got in that rhythm again. Because towards the end they got to Gossman, I think you pronounce his last name. He was pitching real good. Just Yamamoto, he's a beast. He pitched a complete game. So they got to him, I think, the sixth and the seventh inning. I'm not sure. Um, they scored 2 runs on back-to-back innings. So yeah, but I think they got the rhythm back and back to where they're supposed to be. Yeah. So I did want to talk about, or bring in. Have you seen these talks about the people not wanting Bad Bunny for the halftime show?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't care that he's Puerto Rican. I just it's yeah, me neither do I. I think it's just he's way too, like, he went from being the other time that I heard about Bad Bunny was in 2017, when George Springer from the Astros was talking about one of his teammates bringing in that music to hype him up before the game. I had no idea who he was, but it was more kind of like hardcore, like not where he's at now. And I mean, I don't want my kids to be seeing that crap, or listening to it. So, but it has nothing to do with he's going to be speaking Spanish. I mean, Puerto Rico is part of the U.S. But I was,
What do they call it? A Commonwealth?
yeah, something like that. I was listening, or I was seeing on one of the Facebook pages that Turning Point, Charlie Kirk's,
Oh, company.
yeah, they might have Santana on there. So I was like, okay. So that's pretty. I mean,
So are they gonna have
I
it on a website, or where are they doing this
I don't know.
halftime show?
Well, on their channel, they're gonna have their own. But
Like
what I'm
on basic TV for people to watch, or on a cable? Do you
no,
know?
on the Turning Point channel. But
So you
I
go on
to
the
be honest with
website?
you, yeah,
Uh-huh.
because I never seen the Turning
Yeah, me
Point
neither.
channel.
Uh-huh.
I've seen pretty much the reels, but not like a whole episode or
Yeah.
podcast.
So I know they're getting a bunch of like different stars, right? I heard
I don't
another
know.
big name too. Forgot
Yeah.
who it was though, but they said, oh, Adam Sandler was gonna do something too
On
at
Turning
Turning
Point?
Point. Yeah, for the Super
Really?
Bowl. Yeah, he was one of the first ones to sign up to do something over there.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
I went to go see Santana last year, was it? Or was it this year? Do you remember?
I don't I don't remember. But
I
if I had
have
to
the
guess,
shirt.
probably last year.
Um,
We're in October now.
we're in October. It had to be last year, yeah, because it was I took the kids with me, and it was a trip because there's a lot of people smoking out. But I thought that was his last performance. It was supposed to be his last tour. So I was like, man, I got to take him to see him. 'Cause I never seen him,
Yeah. Yeah. I never
and
seen him either.
he's just a legend, bro. You know. But it was with the Counting Crows, so it was a little different to me than what I.
Yeah, what you expected.
Yeah, it was cool though. Don't get me wrong, it was real cool. But there was a lot of people just to see the Counting Crows,
Yeah. Now, was
and
he opening or he was on stage with them, like doing a few things with
no,
them
no,
kind of
he
thing?
came. They Counting Crows did half, and then Santana came
Okay, I see. So
with
they were
with
like
his.
co-headliners.
Yeah, yeah. But it was. I mean, it was Santana. He's the main, and he sat for a lot of the time because back problems. Um, but it for a little conversation that he had, kind of seemed like he was on the little politics. I remember telling my wife, man, I wish they kept the politics
Yeah,
out of it, because he started talking about, and it's just something that he's always talked about, is just embracing everybody else, love, right? That's just who he is. He was in Woodstock. But I kind of took it like he was very liberal, you know. And I forgot what he said, but now that he's coming on the turning point, like, okay, well, wait a minute,
yeah.
it's probably not. I probably misunderstood what he was talking about. But yeah, he's always been one of my favorite guitarists. Yeah, as far as something to chill or jam or whatever. There's so many different sides of his music.
Yeah. No, no, he's good. I do like Santana.
Yeah,
Never owned any of his music, but when I did hear him, I always enjoyed it. I give him a lot of credit. He's a good
yeah.
performer. Him and the
No,
band he was with.
he rocks. His wife is amazing, man. She did. I recorded. I think I recorded her whole solo. She's a drummer.
Okay.
She is
With him,
bad.
or she does her own
Yeah,
thing. Okay.
yeah. With him, she is bad. His son came out. He's on the keyboard. He's their music. Their true music. They're badass. But yeah, her as a drummer, man, she's real good. I never knew too much, but
Is
yeah.
that the only concert you've seen lately?
Lately, yeah, yeah. Before that, it was pretty much with Frankie, the Ozfest. I think we went to go see Rush. The first one, I think, Aerosmith, and that was at the Anaheim Pond, I think. And we went in this car actually.
The old Sting.
You see my buddies right here,
Yeah, I was seeing him.
and this guy. This guy Pikachu, or I forgot his name, and then this guy. Um, we went.
Is
I
that
think
for
it was me.
carpooling reasons?
Huh?
For
No,
carpooling
no.
reasons?
It's just
So you don't get a ticket.
they wanted to get the stuff. My wife was cleaning out.
Yeah,
She wanted to throw
find
all these
some
guys
room.
out, and she put them in here for now. But yeah, we went in this car actually to see Aerosmith in Anaheim. It was me, Frankie, his dad, and Carlos, I think. And it might have been another person.
And what's up with Carlos? I'm gonna put him on a
Um,
milk carton.
yeah, he's working. He's
Yeah.
just working, busy, with the family and all that.
Now his
But
kids are
yeah,
smaller than yours, right?
uh, I think so. Yeah, yeah. He has three. He has two boys and a girl. And yeah, but I talked to him and I told him that we have to talk about that story in TJ where he farted on the cop's face when we were getting searched.
What did he say?
He said, "Yeah, I'll come out." I told him, "You got to come out on the show, man, and
That's cool.
you gotta you gotta talk about what happened from
Yeah.
your point of
Oh,
view."
that'd be he was
Yeah,
always a fun guy, man.
that cop was mad.
Of
That was
course.
mad.
Wouldn't you be?
Well, they were planning on, I think, taking care of us or
Yeah, that bad. Yeah.
giving us a
Well,
little second
let's
ride.
save the story, man. Though, let's save it.
Yeah, we're gonna say that
Yeah, we'll
story.
save that. That was too
We're
good
gonna say
to.
that story, yeah. But yeah, it was good to get back on, man, because it's hard with I thought it was gonna be easier, but it's getting back over here, getting back home and recovering for a day, and then I have that one day off, and we got to do all
Get
the
back on the
stuff with the
road.
family. Yeah, we did an hour. All right.
Yeah, no, it is good to have all
Yeah,
three of us too, but it's not
yeah.
always easy for.
Frankie's on vacation. The F in the DFC is on vacation.
Yeah, but hopefully you
All
get
right.
something good with all three of us again.
Yeah,
But if
once I
not,
get
I don't mind doing this either. Just
no,
getting some.
it's cool. It's cool. I might have something better background than my car in my garage as we go.
It's in the works.
We if we get some more listeners and stuff like that, you know, we'll start talking about stuff. I might get a better mic, not just my headset,
Yeah, I
So
got
sounds
some.
good.
I bought some wood to put up behind me too. I just gotta install
Oh,
it.
I
But
thought that was Frankie's. All right.
no, no, I have it
Is
here.
that that's kind of like an acoustic
Yeah.
thing also, right?
hmm I don't know how much of a difference it'll make here, but I like the way it
Uh-huh.
looks too.
It looks cool, yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably get it installed. Maybe even tomorrow for the next one. It'll be ready.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, brother. Then I'll put a stop to it for today, and we'll catch up. We'll keep texting like always. We'll
Yeah,
keep the
yeah, for sure.
conversation going. All right,
Peace.
brother. Have a good
Go
one, man.
Dodger Blue.
The Dodgers.
All right, bro. All right, late.